So this picture, right? This website will be running in different VMs. It can be VMs or Kubernetes or any other kind of platforms. If you look at this picture, only this image, these images can be, I'm just giving an example, it can be coming from storage, object storage, only these images. I have worked on an e-commerce platform. So in that platform, we kept all the, like we migrated from the traditional environment to GCP. In that, all these pictures are actually kept in just Google Cloud storage. Okay, all these product images will be uploading into GCS storage actually. And another example which I mentioned, like or if you have a video content, because why I mentioned video, because video consume more storage space, right? So you should have a cost-effective solution. It is very important to have a cost-effective solution. So if you have a editing software or something like that, the videos you can keep it, and many things like you can keep the logs, you can keep the backup data, any kind of data you can store in buckets. You have a lot of options. Is that clear? Website content example.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let's discuss about buckets. It's a logical container which holds your data. If you create a bucket, why it's called logical container? Because if you create a bucket, it's just a logical container. You are not paying for that because it just create a name, and you're not really paying for it because you're not making any technical changes there. So it's just a logical container which holds your data. Every data you store will be under a bucket. Without a bucket, you cannot upload the objects. Okay, definitely bucket is mandatory. You should create a bucket. The name is globally unique. The name is globally unique, which means just like an email ID. Okay, I'll just give you a task right now. By end of the session or in middle of the session also, you need to say why the name needs to be globally unique. Why this is important, this concept. If you know right now, you can say, any of you. Okay, just keep that in mind. If you got that answer, just any time you can just interrupt and name needs to be globally unique. Bucket name cannot be changed once it is created. Okay, labels can be added. I'll show you. IAM provides security. This is about buckets is just a logical container. Objects are your actual data, which you save it in Google Cloud Storage. There is no limit on number of objects in the bucket. Maximum size of the object is 5 terabytes. Anyway, this can be changed also. So don't go with the number. Maximum size of a single object. Okay, not for the entire storage. One file size can go up to 5 terabytes. Recommended to have fewer buckets and more objects in each bucket. Just a recommendation. It depends on your application. And while sharing the data, see in Google Drive, we share the data, right? You will create a link and share it to your friends or whoever who wanted to access the data. But uh, any time that data, like maybe after 1 year also, that link will be valid. If you keep your data in your Google Drive, the link will be valid. But when it comes to an enterprise level, you have an option here called signed URL. You can generate the link with the expiry date, maybe 24 hour or 48 hours, like you're sharing the data through web API. So you wanted to secure your data also, right? So you have an option to create signed URL, which is something when you're sharing the data with an expiry time. Is it clear about objects? Objects are actual data in your storage. Okay. Anyway, now let's create the bucket and move on. Let's do the lab right now. See why a bucket name needs to be globally unique. Because if you keep a data in bucket and to share the data, you need to generate a URL, right? That URL needs to be unique because that URL you'll be sharing and you'll anybody can will be accessing through a mobile phone or somewhere else like in browser you will be posting keeping that URL and you will be accessing, right? So it should be globally unique. Then only you can generate a web URL. Okay, let's create a bucket. Cloud storage, you can go from here. You can search from here. Okay, you can just go from here. Cloud storage, it's pinned one, or you can go to view all products, or you can just directly type storage. So here, overview, buckets, monitoring, settings. Let's go to bucket, create. Each option is very important. I'll explain each one just to be very careful. Okay, I'm going to use some very generic name. See, this bucket name is taken. Try another one. All right, so it should be globally unique. This is our point. Mm, all right, this should be unique, right? GCP training, Feb 20. All right, so it is taken. This name is taken. Okay, I'll go through all the important ones. So some areas are a little confusing. I will explain later. Labels. Labels optional. This is going to be, you will see labels in multiple places. So I'll explain right away. Add a label. Label is mostly about if you're using many services in the same project or different projects, and you can label based on maybe departments or based on environments or based on applications, like depends on how your organization is. For example, here development. Imagine this storage is you are going to use for all development related activities. Development related applications are going to use this storage. So you can mention dev, maybe value 1. You need to label based on a key value pair. Okay, dev 1, or if you're going to use for production, then prod 1, something like that, you can use it. Okay, that is about labeling. You will be doing labeling on almost all the services. Okay, this label option you will find. You can add multiple label also. Okay, develop maybe then app, maybe something like app application 1. I'm just going with the 1 simply. Okay, you can do multiple here, both the side strings, any kind of things you can do it. Just you can use your name also, but it's all for identification.
Like in department.
Like departments, anything you can do it. It's more for your organization internal identification. All right. That is labeling. You will be doing in multiple other services as well. Continue. Here is a location. Very important area. While creating a storage, you have 3 options. One is region. Region, we already know. In one region, you have 3 zones. And if you store the data in a region, that data, for example, you created a storage and you're uploading a file, right? That file will be, the copies will be stored in at least in 2 zones. Okay, I cannot guarantee 3 zones. It is it will be stored at least in two copies will be definitely there. Is it clear? Like if you store one file, then that one more copy will be there in another zone. So that is why it is regional. Minimum it is regional, this cloud storage. Here you don't find zones here, right? Here you can see it is regional, not zones. How a zonal resource looks like is, see if you go to compute engine, and while trying to create the compute engine, you will find the difference. See, it is showing region and zone. Zone also you should select because the scope is zonal. In this case, you're not selecting a zone. You're selecting the minimum selection is regional. Do you see the difference now? This is a zonal resource and this is a regional resource. It's little tricky. Like eventually, whenever you are creating a service, you need to check this location, like how in what is the minimum selection and up to where it is available. So here it is maximum it can go to regional only, like it is zone and it is zonal. Technically it is zonal. You can make it regional by adding some additional feature, but it is zonal resource. Now there is another option called dual region. You can select any continent, US, Asia, or Europe, and you can select two regions. Okay, two regions, two totally different region you can select. So, okay, let's go with the Asia. It will be more understandable. Mumbai and Delhi. All right. So in this case, if you store one file, it will be stored in couple of zones in Mumbai and another two zones in Delhi as well. Okay, so if
Sorry to
yeah,
disturb
go
you.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Like
Yeah. So,
yeah,
will this impact on the cost? Is there any cost involved if we use multiple, like dual zone?
definitely it will impact. It will increase your total cost. Definitely, if you need more availability, you need to pay more. You can check it here. See region. Okay, you can see region 0.02 GB per month. And if you go with the dual region, see in both the places, where it is getting changed, right? To 0.022 GB per month, 0.0253 GB per month. So in both, billing is double with the default replication for replication. See here,
Per reason charge is different.
yeah, per region charge will be different, and also an additional charge replication. See, you are ultimately you're storing the data into a single place, right? And the data will be copied into other places. That replication cost is also involved. Make
Yeah,
sense?
right, right. Yes, yes. And it's charging in dollars, right?
Yeah, but not really. Like here it is showing in dollars, but if your location is if you create your account in India using an Indian credit card, okay, so it will be charging in rupees. So if you look at my bill, it will be in rupees. But when it is showing, it will show in a standard mode, right? So.
Oh, okay, okay. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, see here, I'll be getting charged in terms of my currency. Okay, whichever the credit card you're using to create this billing account, it depends on that. But while showing, it will be like this.
Okay, fine. Right.
See here, if I select Mumbai and Delhi, you can um, see these are the charges. So it's all varies, slightly it vary. Slight variation, okay, not too much.